As of right now, a lot of Star Wars fans are very skeptical about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, Jon Favreau, George Lucas, and even Dave Filoni and others, and exactly what they're about to deliver on the table to fans around the world. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one great thing about the future of Star Wars is that we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm have over 10 years worth of Star Wars material in the works. That's, of course, for Disney Plus alone, and that is just for the TV shows. That's separate from the actual Star Wars movies, which are, of course, now in the early development phase by Disney and Lucasfilm as they're really trying to push that forward. Now, the thing about the sequel trilogy is that we do know that it was very inconsistent. We do know that looking at The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans had a lot of issues with many different aspects that were used by Disney in those movies. Now, with that being said, everything, looking ahead to the future here with Star Wars, we do know that a lot of TV shows are already marked down for success, like The Mandalorian and the Kenobi TV series for the most part, and other TV shows that they are experimenting with, such as the Bad Batch TV series coming in 2021, which is serving as a Clone Wars sequel series in a sense. Now, what's really intriguing, of course, is what could have been for The Rise of Skywalker and how that's going to be made into a reality for Star Wars fans around the world, with the JJ cut, also known as the 4-hour cut of The Rise of Skywalker by Bob Chapek, and what he's really trying to do to create his own legacy. So, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe. It's explained that currently both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are currently hard at work on developing a better and brighter future for the Star Wars franchise moving forward. It's explained that one of the big plans by Bob Chapek is to unveil what is dubbed as the JJ cut of The Rise of Skywalker in 2023 on Disney Plus. Now, it's explained that this version of the film is aimed to be 4 hours long in length that will deliver multiple deleted scenes, including the popular characters. One major scene that is set to be a part of the JJ cut is the lightsaber duel between Ben Solo and Emperor Palpatine on the world of Exegol, as well as the Dark Acolyte that will be introduced in the fight as Palpatine's backup. Now, Matt Smith, as the Dark Acolyte in the JJ cut, is described to have a red lightsaber blade with a curved hilt, very similar to Count Dooku's from the prequel trilogy, where the spirit of Sidious eventually takes over his body and fights Ben Solo to the death on Exegol. The scenery is described to be near similar to what's in the final cut of the film between Rey and Palpatine, however will include more of John Williams' music, as well as the Force Ghosts of the past, to lend their help to Ben and Rey during the Battle of Exegol. Now, let's just stop right here for a second, because in case you guys did not know this, a lot of John Williams' music was indeed cut from the actual movie. A lot more was to be done by John for a lot of the new themes coming our way for the Skywalkers and other characters that were supposed to be in the movie that were ultimately cut from the movie because of Kathleen Kennedy, essentially. Now, not just that, but also they are set to introduce the reunion scene between Han, Luke, and Leia, as well as Lando Calrissian, in the form of a flashback that was set to be finished as they fell into technical difficulties while around, of course, and being based around 30-some years after Episode 6, that would show quick glimpses of the 4 heroes revisiting Endor with a younger Ben Solo. The flashback was only 20% complete before it was scrapped, and that Bob Chapek is on a mission to get the job done for the scene in order to make the scene a reality for fans around the world to enjoy. So here's the thing about The Rise of Skywalker, is that everything related to what we got in the final cut, I believe, is really just not as good as what the quote-unquote JJ cut was going to be all about. It's very similar to the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, where it was going to focus more so on Darkseid and all these different things. You can really see that this is going to become a common trend, at least I believe. We do know that Bob Chapek is looking up to Zack Snyder and what he is actually doing with Justice League and how he's releasing the Snyder cut. And Bob Chapek wants to do pretty much the same exact thing here of what they were going to do originally for The Rise of Skywalker. Now, for some reason, this seems like that this could very well begin as a common trend among many movie studios out there, where a major movie comes out and they show you what could have been if it weren't for, creative differences or scenes being deleted from the movie, whatever have you. Now, it is going to be a lengthy and difficult process. Again, this is why it's going to take all the way until 2023 for Disney Plus, most likely in December they're aiming at. And this is, of course, going to be a very risky situation too, because does it really confuse a lot of casual fans out there? Is it going to confuse them as to what's canon and what's not? They're going to really have to do some kind of format that's going to make that understandable. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.